Hello, I'm Jessica Cadden. I oversee merchandising operations for Revenue Creations. First, I want to welcome you. We're so glad you decided to become part of our field merchandising team. In this video, we're going to cover some basics of merchandising that you're going to want to be sure to do both before, during, and after your visit. So before you head out to the store, first you want to review a document that we keep in the resources tab on the system, and it's Revenue Creations, Merchandising, and Photo Requirements. This kind of reviews the basics of what you want to do during your visit, after your visit, how the photo requirements are. Make sure that you review that before heading out to your first store. Also make sure that you are reviewing all of the documents that come with each of your projects. Each project has a set of guidelines. This is sort of the basics of what the client expects you to complete during your visit. Make sure you're reviewing all planograms, all materials thoroughly so that you know what you need to do in store, what product you'll be working on, what photo requirements come for that project, so that you can have that all to report your survey at the end of your visit. Most of the retailers that we do merchandising in don't require you to call ahead and schedule your visit, but you may find it more comfortable for yourself to call ahead and let a manager know when you plan to visit the store and what product you'll be working on, to be sure that there is a department manager there available for you when you will be in the store. I also recommend bringing a notebook and a pen with you so that you can jot down notes while you're servicing any kind of out of stocks or the amount of units that you're pulling from the back stock room and what store you're in for filling out your survey when you get home in the evening. So the first thing you want to do when you get to the store is head to customer service, check in with them, and sign in the vendor logbook. Not every retailer will have a vendor logbook, but make sure that you're always going to customer service, introducing yourself, let them know that you're here on behalf of Revenue Creations, and also let them know which brands that you will be working on while you're in the store. Also ask them who the store manager is and the department managers on duty that day for the departments that you'll be working in. Make sure that you introduce yourselves to them, let them know what you'll be working on, as cultivating relationships with the managers and the store personnel is a very important part of merchandising. So once you've taken all of your before pictures, the next thing you're going to want to do is assess the back stock. Please make sure that you are going into the stock room and checking for back stock yourself, especially during busy times of year. The department manager may not always be aware if there is back stock in the stock room, so please don't rely on that. Make sure that you are going back there and checking yourself. For Kohl's and Target especially, product does have to be scanned out of the back room, so make sure you are not removing any products from the back stock room without an employee or yourself scanning the product out. So no matter what product you are merchandising for us at any of the retailers we're in, there's some key things that you want to focus on. As I mentioned, you want to get into the stock room, pull as much back stock out as possible. You want to make sure that signage is correct. You want to make sure that your displays are organized by color, by style, by size. If it's things like toys or kitchen items or sunglasses, just make sure they're organized in the appropriate way, and fill. Most importantly, the product cannot sell if it's in the back stock room, so bringing that product out of the stock room, getting it onto the sales floor and filling in the displays is one of the most important things we can do. As I mentioned in the beginning, some of our clients do require that you set product to a particular planogram. If that is the case for one of the projects, please make sure you have the planogram with you and make sure you are following that planogram to the T. The clients are looking at photos very closely, and if they are wanting you to set to a planogram, just make sure that you are following that planogram very closely. As you're working on your project, if you realize that you're coming close to your budgeted time allotment for that project and you have more to get done, please make sure you text the appropriate account manager for that project. Just let them know what store you're in, what product you're working on, let them know what you've accomplished so far and that you need a little bit of extra time. Going over budget usually isn't an issue for small amounts of time, like 30 to 45 minutes, but please make sure that you are reaching out to that account manager via text or phone to get approval for that overtime first. So as you finish up, you want to make sure that you've created a beautiful presentation of the product on the sales floor. This is when you're now going to take your after pictures. Please make sure you are taking your after pictures of the same displays from the same angle as the before pictures that you took in the beginning of your visit. Make sure you go back through your phone or your camera, reference those before pictures so you can be certain that you're taking the after pictures of the same display from the same angle. When you go to upload these pictures to your survey, they do upload as before and after pairs. This is super impactful for the client to see what you accomplished in the store. So just make sure you are checking that before you leave. Let's talk about completing the survey once you've completed the visit. There are two options. One, you can actually complete the survey and upload all your photos via our mobile-friendly site right from the store, right from your smartphone or tablet, or you can go home and complete it later that night from your computer. Please make sure that you're reporting your surveys and your photos from your visits no more than 24 hours. We are always live updating this information to the clients, and they love seeing your photos and getting the information from the stores. So when you do that, make sure that you're reviewing all the questions in the surveys very, very thoroughly. Make sure that you're answering these questions accurately. This is where having a notebook and a pen while servicing in the store is helpful, so you can reference to your notes as far as anything that might have been out of stock, any issues you noticed in the store, and how many units you pulled from back stock, and any kind of signage questions that the client may be asking on the survey. So make sure you're reviewing each of those questions carefully and answering them carefully. Well, we hope you found this video to be helpful as you begin to head out to the store to start merchandising all the different clients and products that we have for you. If you have any questions, either before you head out to the store or while you're in the store, I know the first couple visits can be a little overwhelming. Please reach out to any one of us. In the resources tab on the system, there is a who to contact document which has everyone's name and contact information listed. Please make sure you have that with you. And again, I just want to take this time to welcome you to the Revenue Creations merchandising team.